We have a great series of hands-on exercises, 4 in total, that are going to build all the way from the very beginnings of the ideation with the white belt training all the way to production-ready product by the time you get to the green belt. The first one is objectives and key results. Now, this is the one that I'm probably the most excited about because it deals with a problem I've been thinking about for years, which is how do we make the AI responsive to what our objectives and goals are and essentially help serve us to achieve those goals and objectives more efficiently and more effectively? The other layer, I've been thinking about how do we build AI to represent us rather than replace us. And on the represent side, it would be great to have an AI coach that could help us do our work better. And a great place to start is with objectives and key results. Now, why did we start here? For one thing, at Claritas, we were rebooting our goals and objectives program. It had been an analog program. That is, it was written in spreadsheets and Word documents. This is a good example of one. This worked pretty effectively. I think most organizations use something like this. When I connected up with the leader of this program, Eric Young, I asked him if he would be willing to challenge himself to learn AI and GPTs to convert what had been a in-person coaching session to talk people through their goals and objectives. And he took the challenge. He had not built a GPT. This was his first experience building a GPT. You're going to go through that same experience. If you want to learn more about the product overall that we're eventually going to be building, I will share this video of AI from tool to teammate, which will give you a good idea of where we're going. And if you want to try using this tool in its full production version sooner rather than later, just let us know. For this hands-on exercise, we are going to look at how to build a GPT to help write objectives and key results. It's going to be called the OKR Coach. On the sidebar, you can click Explore GPTs and create. Now, if you explore GPTs and you find the one that works for you, great. It's good to explore. But we're going to go ahead and create one. As we create one here, you can use ChatGPT to help you to develop it. My personal preference is to configure it directly myself. Here's where you will type in a name, such as OKR Coach, a description, and your instructions. You'll also put in conversation starters, and you can upload knowledge files. We are going to give it an example of what an OKR template to use. You can select the capabilities that you want. In this case, we'll use web search and Canvas, but we will not use image generation or code generation. In more advanced settings, you could create actions that could pull in information such as JSON files. We're not going to do any of that here in the white belt training. You can also give it an image. You can pick which model you'd like to use. We're going to use the instant model for the fastest rendering. So I've gone ahead and created an OKR coach, and I'm going to walk through the process of doing it. Where I started was with an idea of the prompt, and I then adapted the prompt using ChatGPT to help me. Let's take a look at what the prompt that I started with and how I went about adapting it. You start out with giving it a description, your role, in this case, an expert on objective and key results in business. And I had some different steps. Describe the title and role, suggest a short list of deliverables. Based upon the discussion, create a succinct set of categories starting with a verb. These are how I might have approached it fairly quickly, but I knew 2 things. One is that I needed to get the prompt to be more robust, and I need it to be under 8,000 characters. So I include that in the instructions in ChatGPT. I went through and it generated the output here, and I then edited this to make it a little tighter. Now, this process might take you a half an hour or more to get to where you want, but the key point is that this is what I then put in here using markup. In my experience, when you go to test this, you will likely find that it works pretty well, but you're going to go back in and iterate and tweak your instructions, potentially add additional files if you need it until you get what you want. Let's go ahead and take a look at how this functions. We can use the preview button here, but I'm going to go with it live. It's given a few sample prompts. So you can give it deliverables, what your OKRs already are, and it will help you refine these. I'm going to go ahead and just start here and say I am the Chief AI Officer at Claritas. I have some strategy documents, but I'll skip that and just get to the point. Let's see how this works out so far. It used web search to search and see that we've already created some AI products like our AI Claire engine, and it's updated the time frame and it has a pretty good start. Okay, so it started with some objectives here. You can go through and refine these. Go ahead and try to build your own AI agent using GPT. I will include a template that I used to help, and I will give reference to the prompt, but it's good practice for you to try to figure out your own sequences you want to try. So that's your hands-on mission. After pressing pause, we're going to come back here and discuss how you did. Okay. So you had a chance to try to build a GPT yourself and to launch it and interact with it. Hopefully you got good output from that and you're able to develop some of your objectives and key results. It's a challenging issue when you think about the layers of it, because this can really help you save time. But man, there's probably so many things you'd want to do. You'd like to have this connected to Jira or your email or your meeting so you can tell whether you're achieving your objectives and goals. In the yellow belt and green belt, we will take this objective and key result that you started here in the humble GPT and we'll turn it into something even bigger. But for now, we're going to jump over to another tool, which is Gemini. And Gemini has the ability to create gems. Now, gems are similar to GPTs in that you can create your own and that they have some that are pre-made here. This allows you to create your own, give it some instructions, upload knowledge and documents, and you can try to build the same thing here. So you should take the same instructions that you used from the GPT that you built, paste those instructions in, give it that same knowledge file example template that we gave, and try them side by side just to get a sense for how each works. So let me go ahead and do that real quickly here. I'll click here, click edit. That will bring you back into this configuration. And the knowledge file, it's the same template I used before. And we'll come back to the prompt here, give it the same instructions. This will let us compare side by side. Now, first thing we need to do is we need to save it. Okay, give it a name. Okay, now we can hit save. You can compare the output side by side using either Gemini or ChatGPT. I'll use the tags here, copy the output.
Paste it between our output tags.
Now your results may vary, but and you should read your own, not just trust the ChatGPT or Gemini, whichever one you have, do the analysis or evaluation. We can take the exact same prompt here, copy that, and we'll ask Gemini the same question in a new chat and see how it rates. And it agrees that output 1 is superior to output 2. Gemini offers the ability to create GPTs for free, and so if you don't have the paid account, which is required to be able to do GPTs in ChatGPT, then this is a good alternative.